Hi friends. So I'm going on a walk. Let's see how this goes, walking and talking. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I wanted to speak to those of you who are using my flow roadmap system or have been following and learning about the 9 different energetic cycles that we flow through. Every year, each of us is in a unique cycle meant for our growth and for our development and our expansion. And so I want to talk about 2 of those cycles, whether it's the year or the month, that most people cringe at. And I know some of you are going to guess it. So type it below before I say it. I'll give you like a few seconds. But it's usually hurricane and cocoon, okay? Now, what is similar about both of them? And what's similar about both of them is that they represent the element of earth. Okay, I had to pause. I'm back. Of all the days where a neighbor wants to talk to you or a random person stops you in the street, never happens, by the way. It happened today. So both the hurricane year and or month energy and the cocoon are similar in that they are ruled by the element of earth. Okay, so this entire science is based on the 5 elemental cycle. Okay, so water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And these are the elements that everything that's alive and our entire earth is made of. So and I say this over and over again, like the hurricane sounds a little scary, but in reality, it's the beginning of the harvest. It's the beginning of all of the good stuff that's coming. Okay. But can it be a little shaky? Yeah. Can things happen unexpectedly? Yeah. I often refer to it as a hurricane because we get both opportunities that come out of nowhere that are amazing for us. And we also get things that are challenging that we want to look at because it's maybe time for them to go away, okay? It's the end of a cycle for some of the things in our lives or in our businesses, all areas of our life, okay? So we get both the clean side and the dirty side of the hurricane. That's why I call it the hurricane. So some of us, in looking back, have had great hurricane years. Some of us have had very turbulent hurricane years. And some of us a combination, right? But we always have a combination of both challenging and really positive things that happen. And it takes a lot of reflection, day-to-day reflection, to recognize the patterns, okay? So that's really important to do in both of these years or months. Now, cocoon is a little bit different. Cocoon is just that. It's the cycle that we go through right before we birth new wings. Okay, we're going to be going through an incredible coming out party the year after cocoon or the month after a cocoon month. And so in order for that to happen properly and purposefully, we need to do the work of the cocoon, okay, which is transformation, inner transformation. And sometimes I get people say, well, I haven't stopped transforming. I'm tired of transforming. I hear you. You're talking to someone who has the cocoon energy as her life purpose energy, okay? And really what that means is that as a person with that energy, I'm here to do transformational work, not only with myself and first and foremost with myself, but in the world. It's part of my purpose, okay? And we are the worker bees of the energy. We're here to work. We're here to transform. We're here to keep going and going and going until we can't go anymore, okay? For us or for a cause. And so I want to talk about this now because it just so happens that I'm in my hurricane month. And yeah, it's been a hurricane month. A lot of positive things, like great business coming out of nowhere, built on relationships and built on steps that I've taken over the last years, okay? And that's what the hurricane does. It's the beginning of the harvest, right? All of those seeds that you've planted, they start to get nourished, and they grow and they ripen and they fall for you, okay? So I've had that happen in January. I've also gotten sick. I've also been like going nonstop. I've also had to end some things and be hard and tough about certain relationships and people in my life. And it's heartbreaking, and it's sad, and it's frustrating, and you go through that cycle of why me, and why now, and why is this happening again, and it can be so exhausting and draining. And so what do we do about it? I want to go back to Earth, okay, and the lesson of Earth, because the entire reason why I teach this, the entire reason why I created a flow roadmap for people to follow, is so that we can find flow and purpose and connection and positivity while stuff happens, right? Like, how can I find peace? How can I find my flow despite what's happening around me, what's happening to me, what's happening to others, right? It's about being able to sustain the flow. And part of being able to sustain the flow is understanding what cycle you're in and being super intentional about the space you give yourself, what you try to tackle and what you don't, making sure you're not overdoing it, and all of those things. So with Hurricane and with Cocoon, the lesson and the medicine is in Earth, okay? And so I'll use myself as an example, because this month has been a hurricane month, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. And so I'm doing the work of Earth, which means I'm resting a lot. I'm staying still. Okay, think of an oak tree. Think of a mountain. You don't bring down a mountain. I'm sorry. You don't bring down a mountain. Like, it just doesn't come down, right? Maybe if it's a volcano, it will transform and it will erupt and it will change. But you don't bring a mountain down, right? Oak trees just don't come down, you know, and other kinds of trees. I know oak is just one example, but so you gotta stay grounded. Put your feet in the dirt. You know, I'm going for little walks with my dog. This is Ocean. And I take off my shoes and I walk in the grass and I hug a tree and I breathe. Also eating nourishing foods and sweet foods. In these months, like, it's okay to bring in a little extra sweetness. With this science, we don't overdo anything. It's about balance, right? So I'll eat a little dessert. I'll eat a little nip of a cookie because it makes me feel good and it brings nourishment to my soul, you know? And so a lot of deep breathing, a lot of self-care, a lot of being at home, a lot of being grounded, okay? Using the element of Earth, bringing Earth into your home if you can't go out to nature, okay? And lastly, it's about nurturing yourself, but it's also about giving people a break and understanding that we're all on this journey to learn. And sometimes we don't get what we want. We don't get what we need. We don't get what we think we should have from others. And so bringing in that motherly compassion and understanding for others and what they're going through and how it's affecting you can really help to get you out of that spiral. Okay? So that's my advice. And I'll try to come on and do more videos about the other elements and the other seasons that we go through. Okay? But let me know if this was helpful for those of you tracking the flow roadmap, and for those of you who are in a hurricane year or in a cocoon year, or you just came out of one, or you're in the month. Okay? So yeah, get earthy, people. Take care. Bye.